searching up, with my employer's technology, myself and Rach, my wife, my ex, my X2B. Living by the check, by the log, living remotely, capital hopping, skipping borders, jumping time zones, yet always with that equatorial chain of blinking, beeping messages to maintain, what Principal calls the conversation, it gets lonely. For the both of us. Making tours of the local offices or just of overpriced museums to live in. Claridge's, Hôtel de Crillon. Meeting with British staff to discuss removing the UK-only option from the homepage. Meeting French staff to discuss the French launch of Autotet, granting angel audiences to the CEOs of Yalp and Ilinx. Being pitched, but not catching, a new parkour exergame and a betting app for fantasy rugby. This was micromanaging, micro-minimanaging, non-delegation, demotion, voluntary, absorption of duties, insourcing, dirty tasking. All of them at once, in the lexicon of the prevailing Texperanto. This was Principal spun like a bosun, just trying to keep everything, together. At least until Europe was behind us and we could stay en suite. He could stay seated in interviews with me, between the naps, interviewing for me. You call the person you're writing the Principal, and mine is basically the internet, the web. That's how he's positioned. That's how he's converged. The man who helped to invent the thing. Rather, the man who helped it to invent us, in the process shredding the hell out of the paper I've dedicated my life to. Though don't for a moment assume he regards it as, ironic or wry, that now, at our mutual attainment of 40, his birthday just behind him, mine just ahead, he's feeling the urge to put his life down in writing, into writing on paper. He has no time for irony or wryness. He has time for only himself. Can't wait for weekend, Rach updates. Margaritas tonight, #MarySlaw. Every time I type divorce, I type deforce, still trying to serve papers. Read that my weight's the same as hers. Feeling good till the reveal. She's 2 inches taller. Ew. She, who was 2 inches taller, was a model, and though Rach is in advertising, I never expected her to be just as public, to enjoy such projections. To be sure, she enjoys them anonymously. My last stretch in New York, I'd been searching Rasheva Cohen binder, finding the purest professionalism, her profile at her agency's site, searching Rasheva binder, getting inundated with comments she'd left on a piece of mine, journalism criticizing the web, popular on the web, the New York Times. It was only in Palo Alto that I searched Rashov binder and Rach binder, got an undoubtable flame of her defense of an article of mine critical of the Mormon Church's databasing of Holocaust victims in order to speed their posthumous conversions, net costs, The Atlantic. And finally, it was either in London or Paris, I forget because I was trashed, that I, on a trashy whim, searched Teva Cafe, Detroit, Michigan, but the results suggested I'd meant Tevazu Cafe, Detroit, Michigan, cyber chastisement for having incorrectly spelled the place where I'd proposed with ring on bended knee. One site, and one site alone, had made that same spelling mistake, though, and when I clicked through, I found others even graver. A Bintle B was a blog hosted by a platform developed by my employer, which is more famous for having developed the search engine, the one everyone uses to find everyone else, movie times, how to fix my TV tutorials, is this herpes, how much does Giselle Bundchen weigh? Though her accounts lack facts, and majuscules and punctuation, I haven't been able to stop reading. Can't stop reminding myself that what I read was written in our apartment.